Hello everyone, I guess hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with a Bronze Dragon Slayer guide for old school RuneScape in my endless adventure to make as many Slayer and boss guides as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a like, and on top of that, if you want to check out more of my content, you can do that down below in the description. I'd appreciate it greatly. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the guide. So to start, should you kill Bronze Dragons? In my opinion, you shouldn't. Basically, video's over, you can go home now. I would skip them if you can. Reasons being, they are a long task and they offer bad XP. Now, you could counter and say, I mean, they drop a little bit of money and they're not the worst task. I don't know who's saying that, but you could say it. And so for that reason, I will continue on. Maybe there's some people that want to kill it or have to kill it due to a point situation, so there will still be a guide for it, but I'd recommend you don't. For the requirements, you're going to need one of these three, which is 60s in your range, melee, or magic, whichever one you're going to come here with. You're going to need that. I mean, like I said before, these are a long task with bad XP, so the lower your stats, the even worse it's going to be. In addition, it would help to have 43 prayer. You don't necessarily need it, but I would recommend it highly. Beyond that, Bronze Dragons are weak to magic and stab, and their attack styles are melee and fire based. As long as you have an anti-dragon shield and some potions, you'll be good from the fire, and their max hit is a 13 or a 50 if you are not adequately protected from the fire. As far as what to expect drop-wise, they drop hard clues at a 1 in 128 rate, dragon plate legs and plate skirts 1 in 512 independently, so 1 in 256 combined. They offer brimstone keys at a 1 in 91 rate, and overall, the average GP per kill is about 3.3k. Now that's assuming bones as well, and if you're on a longer trip, you're probably not going to be picking up and banking the bones, so that will come down significantly if you're not doing that. Still a little bit of money though, but for how long they take to kill, it's not enough to where I think it's great. For the melee options here, we have a couple decent setups that are meant for a stab-based weapon, so here we went with the Dragon Sword and a Zamorakian Hasta. Also have some additional options that you can throw into the setups. An Abyssal Dagger would work really well, and here basically what you want is good melee DPS bonuses along with some prayer bonuses for when you're going to be up close and protecting melee. In the added options, very wildly different gear setups there with the monk robes and the bandos, but you can basically use those and protect melee if you'd like. Monk's robes being the worst of the options and bandos being, I guess, the best of the options, but it also isn't good for prayer bonus, it's just good for DPS, so like sweaty people use it, I guess. Very niche. So in the inventory, I have super attacks and strengths along with super extended anti-fires. This is if you are using a non-anti-dragon shield. So if you're using a defender, you're going to want to use these. If you're using a dragon shield, you can just use regular extended anti-fire. Beyond that, prayer potions for the up-close prayer and some sharks as well, just for miscellaneous damage that you might take there. Beyond that, a teleport to and a teleport away along with some high alch runes. And if you are going through the Brimhaven entrance to this place, you will need a rune axe along with some coins. Then for the range options here on the left-hand side, a lower level setup, and in the middle, more of a med to high level setup. On the left-hand side, you can replace your black d'hide with whichever d'hide you have available to yourself at the time. Here, just going for range output, you don't have to worry about praying, because if you stand at a distance, the anti-fire will do its work. Basically, the Bronze Dragons will only be throwing fire at you, so you'll be fine. The added options here, just a couple nice things that you can switch over to if you like. And then for the inventory here, much of the same as the melee inventory, not much is different other than that I am bringing ranging potions, of course, and I'm lessening the food and prayer. You could lessen it even a little bit more. This is just kind of, if you're taking damage while you're up close, it will happen. You probably don't need as many prayer pots, but you do need a decent bit of food. And then for the magic options here, got two decent setups again. Don't have to worry about being dealt damage because it's just going to be fire based, so you'll be okay. Beyond that, looking for magic bonuses that are going to help you deal more damage. For the added options there, a couple lower level options to kind of substitute if you don't have some of the items that are in the first setup on the left. And for the inventory, this is essentially the same thing again as the ranging inventory, just switching out your ranging potions for magic potions, or if you have an imbued heart, you could do that as well. Then for the options of where you could kill Bronze Dragons at, the first one is going to be the Brimhaven dungeon. For this, there are two different entry points. For the northern one, you'll need 875 coins and a rune axe. Keep in mind, you might need more coins if you are using a boat to get over here. And for the southern entrance, you need a one-time fee of 5,000 trading sticks. The southern entrance is the best option to get there since it'll put you further into the cave. And the two best teleports there are the Taiboy One-Eye teleport that you can purchase from the Grand Exchange or get through clue scrolls. And then the next best option is the Fairy Ring code CKR. Then the two best options for the northern door are going to be the house teleport to Brimhaven. You can do that either through having your house located there or using a scroll of redirection. And everyone is able to use the boat through Artie for 30 GP to sail on over here to the north side of Brimhaven. So you're going to want to manage your way there one way or the other. Personally, I'm going to be going through the southern entrance and then kind of showing you where the northern entrance would take you if you had to use it. Again, remember, Rune Axe and 875 GP if you're using the northern entrance over here, a one-time fee. Once you get on down here, though, if you have the southern entrance, there is some dragons right here. Make sure you have the extended anti-fire. You'll wonder why I bring so many sharks. It's because I'm bad at the game, all right? If you were someone that was using the northern entrance, essentially you would walk in through right here. You would go to the west and then follow this trail up and over a little jump right there. Continue south along to these fire giants and then go through this little loop and you end up right here next to these black demons along with the bronze dragons over here. Now personally, I find this place pretty annoying. Not only are bronze dragons an awful task, but there's also like these wild dogs that kind of roam on through here every now and then. Pretty annoying, but overall, bronze dragons are always going to be annoying. There's not much you could do there. In terms of if you're meleeing, you can use boosting prayers if you'd like. You don't necessarily have to. It's going to obviously make your prayers drain a lot quicker, so if that's worth it to you, I'm not really sure. It depends kind of what boost you're getting from that. Again, decent loot, but nothing to write home about. I mean, also a lot of bronze bars. I didn't really include the bronze bars in my average drops earlier, but also an example of just wasted loot that you'll see here. Beyond that, if you are someone that is ranging or maging, it's really easy. There's not a whole lot you have to do. Essentially, you just stand back at distance, and as long as you are using an anti-dragon shield and some extended anti-fires, you'll be good to go. They don't really do anything at all as long as you're standing at distance. You will want a little bit of food and prayer just in case you happen to get up close and start taking some damage. But other than that, there's honestly not a whole lot you have to look out for, and it's as simple as just being able to sustain through your painful task. So the next place that you could go would be the Catacombs of Korend, a hotspot for all of Slayer. Here, the best option to get here is going to be the Xerox Heart Teleport. For that, you need 100% favor in all houses along with Architectural Alliance, so quite a bit there. The Korend Teleport will be the next best option. You can either do this yourself or someone else's POH if you want to. Then the third best option is going to be the Xerix Glade Teleport, teleporting you pretty far to the southeast, but a manageable run from there. And then finally, the fourth best option is going to just be the Veos boat. This is going to be available to everyone, and you can just do this through entering the port through Serum. Once you made your way on here, just go ahead and investigate the statue, and from there you'll be sent down to the depths of the catacombs. Once you're down here, continue on to your north past some of these weird looking hill giants, and then from there you'll basically be where you need to be. There will be some iron dragons up here, prepare accordingly, and there will be some bronze ones a little bit further. This is obviously where you're going to want to focus, and personally I think that this is going to be a better place for you if you're doing tasks, because it's multi. You don't really have to worry about anything else attacking you. There's a lot of them around. There's really no threats overall, so I think that this is going to be a lot better. On top of that, you get totems and other whatnots that the Catacombs has to offer. More accessible, closer to a bank. I mean, I think that this is definitely the place that people would want to go to kill bronze dragons at this point in the game. Brimhaven was an absolutely horrible place that I remember throughout my Slayer grinding days, and given the option, I would never go back. I think that this is undoubtedly a better spot to go to. As much as I hate bronze dragons, you know, you got to make them as doable as possible, and I think that the Catacombs, it definitely helps with that. So that's going to be it for this Bronze Dragons guide. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Any videos you want to see from me, let me know in a comment down below, and on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.